What's happening? Because you know it's your boy B-Hop Radio Shout In. Stepping in the building, I got my A-Town fam off in this thing. Adonis the broker, what's good with it, boss?
What's happening?
Man, feeling good, feeling great. I mean, AD, I know that you out here in these real estate streets in Atlanta making it do what it's supposed to, man. I mean, what's the latest on the Kanye and Associates and this A-Town real estate market, man? Talk to me.
So first and foremost, we are moving into a new space. So March the 1st, you know, we over there in the Battery.
Okay,
you know,
I ain't mad at that.
Hiding in plain sight.
That's right.
And so I just added an associate broker.
Okay.
So I'm feeling great about that.
Okay.
As far as the market, where do we start?
Talk to me.
You want the good, the bad?
Give me the good first. How about that?
The good is the rates are still in the mid threes.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, that's still historically low.
Exactly.
But I want to give a short PSA.
I'm here.
To everybody who took the forbearance, okay? If you, in the last year and a half or 2 years, said, hey, I don't want to pay my mortgage, please, please, please look at the terms. What we might be seeing is that a lot of people that took the forbearance may have unfavorable repayment terms.
Oh my God.
And the short of it is the banks have the right to actually make that second lien. So what they did was if you went into forbearance, that amount that you pushed off for later became a second lien. So you don't pay that second, you may have to pay that in a lump sum amount up front. So I need everybody to go.
When the hell did they come up with that?
Well, it was there in the fine print. So most people just see, hey, I don't have to pay it. Let me just, okay, yeah, second lien, who cares?
Yeah.
But now it's like they had autonomy to say, hey, you know what? In 90 days, we want that payment to be paid in full. And if you can't do it, and if you don't have a savvy realtor to say, hey, well, let me go ahead and sell it and hopefully make enough to pay the second and my regular mortgage.
Exactly.
We're looking at foreclosures. So we got to be careful. And that's why I say look at your payment terms now. Go ahead and reach out to your lender now and look and just make sure that, you know, if you did sign something that you didn't understand, it's time to figure that out now. Yeah. And so that might be widespread, man. So I just kind of got the word on that, man.
What's the good stuff going on? The interest rates was the only thing good?
Well, I mean, honestly, you know, with this regime, man, inflation hit real estate the same as anywhere else.
Yeah.
Also, in Atlanta, 40% of the homes that were purchased last year were investors.
Okay, so explain that though, because I've been seeing that on Instagram a lot where they're saying that the investors have come and bought up a lot of the property in Atlanta.
Yeah.
What does that actually do to the common man in Main Street though? Because I mean, I'm just thinking here, the investors bought some property, let them back.
Well, what's happening is it's really an attack on the first-time home buyer demographic. So, you know, we still could find homes under $250K, you know, 3 or 4 years ago, but now, I mean, good luck in the city. So that's one thing. So we're not talking about like how that appreciation is helping the people that actually purchase and, you know, we're kind of ahead of the curve, but also, you know, it's cash. So you don't even, you know, you can't even like have a competitive bid when, you know, you got these people with straight cash.
Yeah.
Now, we also got these same crop of investors that are waiting for this foreclosure for people to actually default. So that number could grow.
Oh my God. Now, when we think about this Atlanta real estate market, man, I mean, what have you seen trending in the market now from the last time we talked? Because I mean, that was the beginning of 2021. So over the last 12 months, what the hell has occurred in Atlanta?
It's been a heavy seller's market. So it's been bidding wars. Even the winter season, that's typically the off season. It's been like a fight. So on, you know, me, I had rental property that I was doing Section 8 or AHA, Atlanta Housing Authority. I had regular rentals. I had Airbnb rentals, and I liquidated some stuff, and you know, for people who've been in the market, it was time to really unload, you know, a part of your portfolio or all of it. But it's hard for new investors to kind of come in and be competitive in this market as well. Atlanta still used to be a place where you could find duplexes and triplexes and
Facts.
and quads too. But now we're seeing a lot of that more so off the market, you know. So you can't look on the MLS and see a lot of the multifamily, you know, stuff on there that you typically would see, man. So
And if
so
it
it's
is on there,
different.
it's an arm and a damn leg.
And so if you do see it, it's somebody unloading it. So you're paying it at a premium. And now the interest rates are higher. So I think we're just seeing the cumulative effect of the inflation, and like we talked about before, we're going to see the appreciation here because Atlanta is going through a phase of where, you know, we got Microsoft right down the street downtown.
Yeah.
We got Google right here.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's a tech hub.
Facts.
So, but now we got people coming from Cali
New York.
and from New York, and where they going? Florida, Georgia, Texas. So we were trying to tell people up front, like,
Get your ass in.
get in,
Yeah.
get in. So the people, I got clients that snuck in at 205 and saying, hey
Yeah.
man, 18 months later, hey man, or they talking about 299 without the improvements.
Exactly.
So we seeing real appreciation over the last year. So that's the good for those who, you know.
So do you think the Atlanta real estate market, with it appreciating the way it's already appreciating with the, you know, population growing, but then also due to inflation, do you ever think that we'll see the old school, you could go buy you a house for $150 and first time home buy it out and cool out in this thing, or is those days over?
I think those days are over.
And then also, what do you suggest somebody do that can only afford $150?
That's why I say I think
Most first time home buyers.
I think that's the attack. It's on the first time home buyer. And I use the word attack, but some people think it's direct, some people think it's indirect, but they're gonna get priced out. You know how you go to New York and you go to San Francisco, you gotta pay to play.
Yeah.
And I really feel like if we don't create programs with lenders and financing institutions to keep these down payment assistance programs here and only for people that are non-investors,
Yeah.
we're gonna have a real problem.
Okay, so now this is my new question. Back in the day, it was always smarter to buy
Yep.
than to rent. What's the situation now?
It's still better to buy because let's talk about the rental market. So
Okay.
if you're paying $2,000 a month times 12, that's $24K.
Yeah.
You know, to pay to somebody else. Let's say $25K times 4, that's $100,000
Yeah.
after taxes. So it's like what you're seeing now is if you're paying your mortgage off, so your actual mortgage is going lower, but you're seeing appreciation, so your margins are growing. But if you're just paying after taxes money to somebody else, you're essentially long term throwing money away. You know, you're looking at a free man over here now.
Hey.
And when I say a free man, not from jail and all, well, a figurative jail, we'll say that, you know, an oppressive system called corporate America.
Yeah.
And I'm here in my truest, rarest form because I made investments early.
Yeah.
And the appreciation from those investments made me realize, like, why am I holding on to, you know, a few grand? You know, they say 100,000 on paper, but how much am I really seeing after taxes?
My
so what I'm
God.
seeing is so many of us are paying after tax money and losing all of the benefits of having a home. You
Yeah.
see what I'm saying? So, I mean, and the rental market actually goes up 10% every year. So the people that were paying $1,400 back in 2019, they're looking at $2,000 now.
Oh my God.
So if you are disciplined and say, you know what, this year I'm a not fuck around in the club so much, you know, with the Louis V. Shawty, you know, because I want to tell people, man, and I want to know if you remember this when
Talk to
we
me.
was younger. Okay. You know, I got this beard and all that, but you know, pre-beard,
Yeah.
I remember coming up on some money and being so excited. I call you and I'm like, hey, bro, you know what I mean? This business deal went through. I'm happy.
Yeah.
You're like, bro, what you gonna do with the extra money? I said, man, I'm finna buy some Louis. What you mean? Louis V. Shouted. That's what we doing.
Exactly.
And I remember thinking that was a rites of passage. You get money, you got to show it, you got to
Yeah.
Long story short, 2 days later, my furnace goes out. $2,200. You know what? I'm gonna say. You know what? I'm gonna stay in my lane.
Yeah.
But I say that to say I'm here now, and I'm a free man with my own business, my own brokerage, because I was disciplined. You see what I'm saying? And it's a short time. Really, it's a short discipline window, like 3 to 6 months to get your credit in order. Like, don't take the trips for, just kind of pause for a year.
Yeah.
And you really sit after that. You can literally go buy the car. You can go and take them trips right after. Like, just let's stash the money. Let's just think medium to long term, and not just like instant gratification.
As a broker and a real estate investor and a realtor at the same time, and somebody that is in the trenches with the common man buying homes, what kind of things and subsidies do you think need to occur in this city and in this state or just in this country to help home buyers be able to buy? Because I know it's got to be frustrating when you're trying to help folks get to where they need to go to, and you realize there are just not enough available resources for people. Yeah.
I really think that it's the programs that help first-time home buyers. I think another thing is we need better protection for our elderly too. A lot of properties in the city, a lot of people are getting swindled out of $500,000 properties that could be passed down through generations, and create that real generational wealth.
Exactly.
But I see in Atlanta is really gonna kind of X out your middle income people. It's really gonna be you either got it, the have or the have nots. And I really feel like if we had some programs, and also if we had more programs for Black businesses, and I'm gonna say Black businesses and not minorities, because I want us as a community to really watch how we use that word. Yeah. And I'm gonna talk about two different things.
Come on with
One is my oldest child who's 7. It's Black History Month. He learned about Jim Crow. It's just all on his mind. Jim Crow, I learned about this. They beat the hell out of us. They whooped us. They whooped our ass. Oh, Daddy.
He's never going to come back.
Grandma went through this. Daddy.
Yeah.
But what's happening is that subconsciously we are passing down this
trauma
and this inferiority complex. And it's not conscious all the time, because we need to know the history.
Facts.
But the issue is I can see in my 7-year-old, like, Daddy, this a lot. Now, if I'm not well versed enough to say I know the history before Jim Crow and slavery, so I can tell you when we was kings and queens putting on this and we you see what I'm saying? I can show you the history of that. Yeah. So that same boy that's like, damn, like I got born into this. It's like, okay, we gonna make some ancestor music. You see what I'm saying? We gonna get the power from the ancestors. And I think that's the issue, is a lot of times, a lot of people and a lot of groups attached to this minority umbrella, because a white woman is technically a minority. A gay white man is a minority. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? We need stuff for Black businesses. So if I got a brokerage that's teaching financial literacy, and I'm in the schools and I'm really hand-to-hand combating and showing how you can have this financial literacy and create generational wealth, like, we are the kind of companies that need that. I shouldn't have to spend all of my capital trying to save some folks. And I gotta save the hood.
Exactly.
Like, how am I supposed to do this?
Come on.
Well, we got immigrants coming down.
Come on.
And if you got somebody 62 or over living, you ain't paying property taxes.
My God.
They getting paid from other places to come and start your convenience stores. That's why you see them come and have it in our hood.
Exactly.
They're gifted at. You're not an immigrant coming over here with liquid cash to do this or credit. How?
Exactly.
That doesn't make logical sense. So that's the issue, is that money got to flow, and it got to flow directly to us. This is supposed to be the city of Atlanta. They call them Wakanda and all this.
Come on.
But does it feel like that? It feels like the people that are in the know are hoarding it, and they ain't really like moving out of the way. You see what I'm saying?
So with that being said, and where would you have to go to find these programs? How would we go about starting these programs for the community to get funding for first-time home buyers, for black people that want to keep Atlanta, Wakanda, and for business owners in Atlanta that are African American, or foundational Black Americans, because I done had Tariq Nasheed in here, so I can't tell each
black.
way.
I ain't gonna start. I ain't even gonna go down that road. But so-called black, indigenous, or
exactly, however you want to kick it. How do we find programs for those people? How do we go about drafting that stuff? Who do we contact in legislature, or how the hell do we go about getting this shit done?
We gotta shake them down. We gotta shake them down. We gotta go. And a part of. And this is a slippery slope, but it's the truth, okay? We've been getting pimped for a long time.
Come on now.
And pimped from a sense of, we just gonna vote blue. We just gonna go with the flow every time. That's just what we do, okay?
Facts.
The truth is, bro, what worked for our grandfathers and for our parents, it doesn't work no more. Okay, let's be for real. Let's be for real. It don't work no more. It don't work. Let's just cut out the bullshit.
And
it doesn't work.
This is where it gets slippery and crazy at the same time, because we had to find this out on our face.
Yes, on the job training.
After we tried to do it like mama and grandmama and daddy and granddaddy and everybody else.
A little longer.
Go ahead and retire, and then when you go in there, you catch hell, and you're like, what the hell is going on?
I'm in my 30s, bro. I'm supposed to give you a whole another 30 piece. I'm supposed to give you a whole another 30 piece and retire. I saw my mama, okay?
Come on.
My dad ain't nowhere to be found, okay?
Come on.
I ain't seen my dad since I was 6. My mama had to say, hey, bro, I'm 13, 14 years old. Like, listen, bro, I got you and your sister. Okay, you can have anything you want, but you're going to have to work for it.
Come on.
So I'm a young dude, and I'm carrying the weight of nobody better not come and beat the hell out your sister on your watch.
Exactly.
Y'all both better come jacked up.
Come
so
on.
I'm a child acting like a father figure. And now I get older and I'm carrying that same, my whole life. And I realized when I first got in corporate, I went to school to be an engineer, man. Mm-hmm. And I was excited about just going to school and, having an internship and a job and actually working in my field.
Yeah.
And I remember early on, bro, that this wasn't it.
Whew.
You see what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is when they first told me, when I first started, first 6 months, they said, hey, bro, make sure you the first one in and you the last one to leave, okay? And I at first I'm like, okay, cool, yeah. Because you want to show that you ain't like, you different. What you mean different?
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm from the city of Atlanta. I'm really from it. 303
Exactly.
10.
Come on.
Zone 4.
Yeah.
But I'm really from it. But the whole point was, what they were really teaching me is, first of all, you should be happy to be in here.
Yeah.
Okay? No matter if you're the smartest or if you can do the job better than anybody, just be happy to be in here. Keep your head down. Don't ruffle no feather. Don't fight for what's yours. And it felt like a slow death in there. And I think a part of that is we got to have a self-awareness, and we got to have the accountability as a whole to say, nah, we was pimped. Whew. You see, and it's not it's no different than any kind of relationship though, B.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to leave that woman or that man alone
exactly.
that just been pimping you.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? So the first part is accountability. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's the biggest thing that I see is like, we don't want to have these uncomfortable conversations to say, nah, we need to shake these folks down for what's rightfully ours.
Well, see, I'm going to say this too, man, on a whole nother level, but in the same vein. There's so many black folks that have worked in corporate and worked their way up that damn ladder.
Yep.
And they hear what you're saying, and they are 38 hot with you right now, because how dare you rage against the machine on some, it ain't good in this house.
Right.
It ain't good in this house. It ain't good in this house. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
How dare you act like it ain't good in this house?
It's good.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you telling them, hey man, whether I'm in the field or I'm in the house, it ain't worth it.
Yeah. I got to show you.
Come on.
And that's the difference. because I got friends and I got coworkers that were in the trenches with me. My last gig, okay, and I had a good job.
Come on.
They were there with me. And I used to tell them, hey, man, I'm out of here. And they're like, oh, you ain't finna leave the grave train. Why you crazy as hell? Why the fuck you talking about? You ain't finna leave the grave train.
Come on.
Bro, I'm out of here. And I'm gonna get out of here before 40. Now, I didn't have it all together. I didn't know really how. I had an idea.
Yeah.
But I didn't really know how. But what happened was the Most High showed me what it meant to climb up that corporate ladder. And so this low haircut, wave head, bearded man that you see, couldn't be appreciated there. This beard was said to be dirty. It was said to be, it makes you seem aggressive.
So you can only imagine what this shit.
Oh, come on. So if we know by nature and by law, okay, that this curly hair and the coils in this hair preserves the energy from the sun, from the creator.
Come on.
And it's kind of like not just our badge of honor. It literally, scientifically, stores the energy.
Come on.
You want me to cut all my good shit out?
Yeah.
To placate, just to say, hey, if you look the part, you got a chance. Not you gonna get it.
Oh, yeah.
You got a chance. Bruh, let me tell you something. Anything I did after high school, I was ahead of the curve.
That's right.
And what I mean by it is my mom was just trying to make sure I graduated and wasn't dead or in jail for real. For real. Now I knew I was going to, yeah. Well, I mean, you see what I'm saying?
What you talking about?
And the thing about it, when we used to have them conversations, it's like, this is what we got to worry about. Hey, don't wear that do-rag out. I know you're trying to keep your waves flat, bro.
Exactly.
I know you're trying to keep them waves flat, but don't wear that do-rag out. Hey, y'all, y'all ride two different cars. Don't ride 4 deep. When y'all go to that east side with that Fulton County tag on to holler at your other friend, y'all be careful out there.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? If y'all putting that stuff in the air,
exactly,
you know, you're going to lose your scholarship. You know, those are the conversations that we was having. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, how in the hell can I sit up here and placate when I saw my mama die in a hospital at 65, right when she retired? And I'm supposed to sit up here and play. No, I gotta put this on my chest.
Come on.
I gotta put my name gotta mean something. Cause the blood's still running in me. This DNA is in me.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So I don't have an issue with anybody who's in corporate America because I became an engineer. I graduated 06. I interned in 06. And I started being an engineer at 07. I didn't leave until December 31st, 2021.
My God.
I just left. I started the business. I've been doing all this.
Yeah.
Still on the clock.
Come on.
So I'm not telling you.
Well, see, now you got to go there because, see, now you too transparent. Because, see, you want to make it look easy. You come in here shining. You see what I'm saying? Smiling, happy, oiled up and lotioned up, ready to just kick flavor. But you got to let people understand that it wasn't handed to you. No. So in order for you to crank up a brokerage, okay, in order for you to have your own business and have your finances in order to allow you to escape corporate,
right?
Because that's what we call it, escaping corporate.
The great escape,
you see what I'm saying?
The exodus.
What took place in order for you to be able to juggle all that stuff? Because see, somebody else said, hey man, my job is taking up all my time. Yeah, they're saying it's 40 hours a week, but I'm really working 60.
Yeah.
So where do I find some more time for entrepreneurship, man?
Well, I'm gonna give you an unconventional answer.
Talk to me.
All right, so first it started back in 2014 when I got fired.
Yeah.
All right. So newly married, new house, baby on the way. Paying
worst possible scenario. Continue.
Paying $2,600 in a deductible, and my wife worked at Wellstar Hospital. Somehow we still got to pay $2,600 out of pocket before we can get any goddamn thing done.
Yes.
Okay, so that's my reality.
Yeah.
And what happened with me was I was emotional. Yeah. Okay, so my emotions was on my sleeve. I felt like, you know, I was being pimped like we talked about.
Come on.
And the issue was I felt like I was in a job that tricked me. Like y'all hired me for something and I'm traveling and I'm doing all this. But I didn't know how to handle it. And so I acted out on the job, ended up getting fired. So now hold on. It was a fireable offense.
Yeah.
You know. But what I had to learn was
they're cutting up, in other words. Yeah.
But I had to own my shit.
Come on now.
I had to own that
Accountability.
shit. I had to have the self-awareness to say, hey, bro, like what you would do in the street for disrespect, you can't do in these other settings, bro.
Come on.
And I learned with a whole budding family.
Yeah.
So luckily, when I was skipping out on work, I was taking a piss test at another job because I was just so angry. I can't wait to get out of here.
Yeah.
And so I had 3 weeks to sit down. And what hit me was I will never let somebody have the control over me and my life and my family like they had, that they can fire me and my money will stop.
Come on,
and so that was 2014. And bro, I had to sit for 3 weeks, almost a month before the next job. Luckily, I didn't act the fool without nothing else. But I remember saying, nah, bro, this on you.
Yeah.
I can't blame these folks or not. If you in their system, it's their rules.
That's right.
So guess what? If I'm an A-type personality and I want to run my own shit and I want to not have to clock in, bro, what we gonna do?
Come on.
So first of all, accountability. But next, I got to make some measurable goddamn goals.
Ooh.
When we was young, I'm going to be a producer. I'm going to do all this stuff. And I'm going to have $500,000 liquid by 25 and by 30 of me. How? When you was dusty in high school.
Exactly.
How when you was dusty in college.
And you don't know nobody that got money.
You see what I'm saying? Our networks ain't what we had the right mindset, but we didn't have the knowledge to do to make our talents make money for us then. So we had to learn that way so we can have these conversations and teach other people. So accountability, but secondly, bro, my goals weren't measurable because guess what? I mean, my network just was not right. So I realized, I said, okay, I gotta continue education. Now in our community, for some reason, school is a trap and all this. Yeah. But yes, a trap if your ass in there playing around
and bullshit.
When you was professing, how many students out of 40 was really trying to amount to something, B?
Well, see, I just got to put it on me. You know me.
Yeah.
Okay. You know me as Mr. A and B Lunch. Okay.
Hey, boy, where you at? Hey, Lunch, what you doing kicking it with us?
I couldn't even stay in a class because I was cutting up so bad in class. I love you, Miss Armour. You was my favorite teacher. But
Maze High.
With that being, what's happening? So with that being said, long story short, when I got out here in the real world, education is what saved my life.
Yeah.
Because similar to what you just said, we didn't have the networks to go and ask people anything. So if you don't have the networks to ask nobody nothing, and this is before YouTube Academy and all this extra stuff.
Right.
You had to go to school and actually get the education.
Yep.
Now, what people don't understand is when it comes to an education, everything you need is in that damn book, but nobody wants to take that book seriously. Yeah. Me, when it came to learning radio, Professor Will, what up, though? He said internet radio was the future of radio.
Yep, you said that earlier. Yeah.
I done made plenty of money doing internet radio, now known as podcasting for those who don't catch the drift.
Yep.
That was the education from the bachelor's. But then when you go back and you get more education, you start applying that education. So basically what I used to tell my students, like you were saying, I said, hey man, all y'all in here gonna get a degree. But I said, all y'all in here ain't gonna get no education.
Right.
I said, the education is something that you can tangibly use after you walk across that stage.
Right.
That paper, you ain't gonna be able to use it.
Right. And see, it was unique for your students to have access to somebody that's literally peaking in their career. Usually, we would talk about older people that have been there and done that. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And I think that's the issue. And another thing, we have to be open to never stop learning.
Come on, man.
You see what I'm saying? I went to school, bro. I did all the math and science, bro, calculus. I did any math and science you could think about, okay?
Come on.
And then they had a minor in chemistry. I had done so much damn chemistry. You see what I'm saying? And the whole point was I knew the only way out was I was gonna have to add some different skill sets. So I had to go to real estate school.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I had to go.
Come on.
Pay my money and do it. You see what I'm saying? Then when I go to grad school,
Come on.
the first day I get in there, I look around, a few black folks, maybe 30 some people.
Yeah.
The professor walk in, he closed the door. He said, look around. I look around, yeah, what up? Okay, cool. Close the door. He say, now I'm finna tell y'all the truth about life. Motherfucker, say, I'm finna tell y'all the truth about life.
Come on.
That's where my mind, I did all that stuff before to be a great employee in undergrad. But when I went to grad school, we talking about valuations for companies. We talking about stocks. We talking about inventory carry costs. We talking about how to start a product or service and marketing mix and just like, oh man. So I had to go home and say, hey, babe, all right, this is what we finna do. You jump your stuff off first. Because you most are ready to go. I'm a lay the foundation. I'm gonna keep this good job,
exactly,
and this insurance and all this stuff. I'm gonna build my business up, and then I'm gonna double back later, and I'm gonna dip out. But listen, it's 2022. So was it a microwave, or was it an oven, or was it on the grill, or did we have to marinate it overnight?
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? And that's our issue. Now let me ask you this: what do you think the average age of millionaires in this country?
Well, based off of watching the NBA, the NFL, and Lil Baby,
baby,
I would say maybe around, and with all this crypto going on, man, I'm gonna say about 45.
62.
What?
Look it up, 62.
My God.
Now, answer, what you think the percentage of under 30 millionaires are in this country?
I don't even have a clue now. I don't have a clue.
Less than 1%.
Oh, come on now. But on Instagram, everybody look like they're a millionaire.
So it's perception of reality. So when I tell you exactly what you need to do, you won't listen to me. You see what I'm saying? And that's the issue. It's like, man, what we see is not what's real most of the time. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about the NBA, bro. You got 12 people on the team, and a quarter of them coming from Europe now. Baseball, it's white folks and Latinos now. Let's be honest. Football, bro, you got a 3-year expectancy. You see what I'm saying? But guess what? You sign 4 years and $100 million, but they can still cut you after a year, and whatever your signing bonus and your upfront money is what you get. You see what I'm saying, bro? Like it's like life is real. You see what I'm saying? So I understand the plight of people who like, I just need to survive, because that's what I did most of my life is I was surviving. But the kingdom was in my mind, and I dreamt of these days. So my mindset had to change before I could physically leave. So when I acted out and got fired, I said, okay, next time I'm gonna play possum and I'm gonna act like it's all good, and I'm gonna do the work, but I'm gonna keep it cool.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying?
There.
So even if you wanna be Lil Baby, okay, you might need to keep you a job.
Exactly.
I seen Derek Deshaun. He was talking about that, just having a job and then working at Waffle House or something. And like, bruh.
But see, the thing is too, when we come to the job part, because we just talked earlier about, leaving corporate and stuff like that, people have to understand that it's nothing wrong with having a job.
Nothing wrong with having a job.
Your business. And that's kind of what I was hinting at earlier when we spoke about it. If you're doing 60 hours a week at your job and you hate your job and you're doing 60 hours a week at it, well, guess what, partner? You're going to be working 100 hours a week, because you got to put 40 hours towards your business to allow you to be able to escape that job.
And
you see what I'm saying?
And I agree with you 100%, man. And I just think back to days of where on my lunch break, I'm looking up houses.
Come on.
Right out the work. I'm going straight from work. I'm hustling houses. You know what I mean? I had to change my whole work schedule, so I can have Fridays off and work more hours truncated.
Exactly.
So I can have extra days and be competitive. You see what I'm saying? That was for years. And like I said, my clients didn't know that I went full-time real estate. Everybody always thought I was full-time real estate because that's how hard I was going.
Exactly.
But I knew that until this money outside trumped this money here, I'm stuck.
Come on.
And it's so, I guess the baffling part for me was, I felt ungrateful because I had prayed to get a place. I was at Lockheed my last 8
come
years.
on.
I prayed. I used to have to travel for engineering, and I made a bunch of money, but I prayed for a job, and then I just remember like feeling like, man, this shit ain't it. But God, am I crazy for feeling like I want more?
Hell no, you ain't crazy.
You
for
see what
one
I'm
more.
saying? So it's like when you see Dame Dash cussing everybody out and telling y'all know a lot of time Dame is talking to people like us that know this ain't it. And we can receive it. Everybody else is like, he too much. Because you might not have really gotten to the point to where you can conceptualize an exodus and a way out.
Yeah.
But for a minute, I want to talk to those people who on that edge, bro.
I'm with you.
Like for real, like the way the sun shines now, bro, I look 10 years younger now.
Yeah.
Bro, like, when I knew I was doing this interview today, I was up at 5 something this morning, bro.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? Like, bro, I hop up out the bed. You see what I'm saying? Like, I used to, I cannot tell y'all how good it feels to, feel like you're living a life of purpose.
Come on.
And I really feel like the Most High gave me a divine assignment, and that's why when we talk like this, it's a little bit about real estate because you know that's what I do. I do real estate. I talk financial literacy, but I really want to address the mindset. I want to talk to the minds because the whole point is the TV programs, the programming. You know, a part of how I got here was I had to say, hey, not only self-awareness, bro, I gotta go in isolation. When the last time, bro, you my partner, when the last time we just kicked it at the club?
Hey, man, you know, I go years without seeing my partners.
You see what I'm saying? Bro,
and folks get fed up with my shit.
My partners, like,
working.
like brothers.
Come on.
Doug, Kwame, just like, little bit like them
That's
people.
what that phone for.
You see what I'm saying? And like, it ain't no, like, issue. It's like, I needed the isolation, bro. I needed to detach from everything. I used to wake up in the morning, TV come on, Good Morning America. 75 people got stung by bees and died. Damn, boy, this is what's going on every day. That's how I used to start my day.
Ooh.
Like absorbing that energy. I used to eat Zaxby's in American Deli. All goddamn weekend. You see what I'm saying?
Every night, I give them one weekend out the month.
But that's what I lived off of. Head like a Rottweiler. and bruh, and the thing about it was I had to watch what I was consuming too.
Yeah.
I remember, man, rest your soul, Justin, rest your soul. I remember being at work and I was doing, I got to give a shout out to my partner, Lil B. He really helped me when I first was doing this vegetarian thing.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it was a big deal, like what you eating, whatever. And he would just give me all this literature, all this stuff to read. And I, just kind of went down a rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I remember talking to my partner, Justin, at work. And I was on like month 2 of like just no meat, just, switching some stuff up.
Yeah.
He like, AD, like, bro, what's different? Like, you know what I mean? He said, I see your face, I see your skin clear, all this. I said, bro, like, I can problem solve better.
Yeah.
I'm not sluggish. Like, I can think. It was like my discernment, like my spirit was different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I realized like during those kind of days, I was like, damn, bro, like, I don't know, I'm tapping into something different. So I had to really cut the TV off. I ain't watched the news in 4 years, bro.
Damn.
I don't watch it. Like, I don't watch it, bro. I don't like, hey, what you heard about, bro, if you don't send it to me in Instagram or something, I ain't gonna see it. You know what I mean? Because I know
programming.
It's the program and it's in that subconscious. Like we was talking about the kids, man. We carry all this shit and we just carry it, bro. And it's like it in turn hurts us when we really trying to figure out a way out, bro.
Well, see, when we speak of a way out, one of the main things that I got to speak on and that we talked about offline too is programs for entrepreneurs and for first-time home buyers that are African American. How imperative is that for the community to be able to really thrive the way that we need it to thrive for that to occur? And why should this be justified for us to receive?
That's an easy question, a great question. But that's pretty easy. It's our history. It's our lineage.
Come on.
This is supposed to be a city where so-called black people can thrive. We look at the city of South Fulton. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, we remember when we were growing up, man, that didn't look like that. It was
All
two-lane
woods.
road with
Yeah.
woods and deer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now we got like 55,000 unused acres down there. It's our own city now.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And what we're seeing is like the generations. Like I'm doing a summit with it's called One Goal Student Summit on March 9th. Shout out to Miss Dupree for
What up, though, Miss Dupree?
that was our teacher at Mays that
That's
reached
right.
out. You know, it's like 400 kids that are trying to figure out what they're gonna do after college. And what's happening is a lot of the students with GPAs 3.5 and above, or if you barely like 1.5 trying to get out,
yeah.
all the attention goes to the super overachievers, or we just got to get you out of here.
Yeah.
The middle of the range is kind of like they're forgotten. Okay, you're
Exactly.
going to graduate, but are we really giving y'all the attention that you really need?
Yeah.
And so I'm talking about some real estate financial literacy and doing some stuff to just show them to be in the right mindset. You know, these decisions that you make at 17 will affect you at 35.
Yeah.
And I see when I'm dealing with these kids, it's like we're doing an injustice to them.
Yeah.
Because all they see is Lil Baby or LeBron.
Yeah.
First of all, Lil Baby hard. He's once in a generation.
Exactly.
Like everybody ain't Lil Baby. Let's be for
Exactly.
real.
Come on.
You see what I'm saying? LeBron, he's 6'8", and he's 250.
Come on.
Okay, so
Come on.
both of them are not normal.
Come on.
And also, you see what I'm saying? So it's like people like us have to be in the community and see it. But what we need are the programs, because other communities get
Have
these
them.
subsidies through land, through like literal programs.
Yeah.
Okay? And they can start their businesses. And a lot of times we got to do unique methods and say, hey, everybody, let's start an investment group and let's all pool our money together.
Yeah.
But that's not how business works.
Yeah.
We leverage this debt, bro. We don't spend our cash.
Break it down.
You see what I'm saying? So, so the whole point is the word leverage. I know a lot of people say cash is king, but listen, I'm not gonna go down the rabbit hole of where the dollar's going. Okay, we see the crypto, we see this digital stuff going. We know what's going on. Okay,
Yeah.
the one beautiful thing about the younger generation, they already in Forex, the foreign exchange, and in crypto, stocks, trading, and all that. But I think the issue is we don't have the access to the grants and the loans and stuff. Even if it's with black banks, we don't have it defined that we have this money here for you.
Exactly.
Period. For business. We're not talking about just handing out people. All right. And let me separate this from the reparations talk, because the issue that we're seeing as a community with the reparations, which we deserve, is that, and that's why I say so-called black, that's attached to a nationality. If we look at the history, like that word, that term black, African Americans, does that really apply to a nation? How can they give it to us if we not an entity?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
I'm with you.
So the whole point is we divided, man. Christians say, oh, I don't deal with the Muslim, oh, the white Jesus. Oh, LGBT. Like we so siloed.
Yeah.
And it's like, how can we even come on one accord and just agree upon anything? So that's why I say I think it's gonna have to start with the businesses getting the capital, and we're gonna have to literally build it all and be trailblazers and shake these politicians down, man. You have a duty to do what you're supposed to do, especially when you come from these places.
Yeah.
And I really feel like I can tell you that when I was in a corporate setting making over $100,000, it didn't feel like when I deal with these kids.
Yeah.
And I really like sow seeds into these kids.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna figure out a way to make money.
Come on.
But it's just that purpose, bro. And I think that's the issue that we've lost sight here, man. It's the have and the have-nots, and we don't have that capital. We don't have the capital. I shouldn't have to, put down $250,000 just to, make some, shape.
Well, see, this is my thing. We saw it during, Trump with the EIDL and the PPP. So we know that there's money out there for
It is.
businesses to be able to, scale. The
Yep.
beautiful thing was that everybody was allowed to be able to, if you had your business
If you
in
had
order.
your that's why we talked about it last time.
We talked about it, and we told folks, if you got your business
got
in
your
order,
business in
then you can
order.
get you some money that can help you scale. Now the question is, we know that those programs are available. Now we need the Cadillac plan, or the Platinum plan, forgive me, that Ice Cube came with Trump. We need that right now.
Well,
so it's like,
well-
if we going to get Stacey Abrams in here, then she needs to understand this Platinum plan
Yeah.
that's going to affect these black communities
Right.
and get people paid.
Well, first of all, we need to, as a community, apologize to Ice Cube. We
Yeah.
need to apologize to Angela Stanton.
Yeah.
We need to apologize to these people who out there, Megan McGlover.
Exactly.
We need to apologize to these people that we were ready to counsel. We counseled the folks that were fighting on our behalf.
Why do we
And
do
I was sitting
this?
here like, bruh, these folks are fighting on our behalf. And then we don't have the common decency enough to say, hey, we sorry.
Come on.
And I think that's the issue. So it's like people are putting their lives on the line.
I'm with you.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's just it's ridiculous. And I think that's what I pray. When I pray to the Most High, I'm like, you want me to go in this realm when it feels like the people, my predecessors, like just take like figurative bullets and some literal.
Well, let me get in here, Digital. I got to say this because what you said makes so much sense. When Ice Cube sticks his neck out on the line and comes with a platinum plan, he's already thinking, all right, man, there's a lot of money out here. I'm about to bring this money back to the community. I'm rich as fuck, so I don't need the money, okay? But this is a time for me to be able to go and get this money and bring it back to my community. And his community turns on him for trying to get him the money.
Yep.
Well, you know, people that's watching that on the side say, Cube, we told you not to do that.
Yep.
We told you how your people gonna act. They gonna
Yep.
turn on you.
Yep.
So now everybody's looking for a savior.
Right.
Where's our leader? Where's our savior? Ice Cube stood up and y'all Judas that man. Well, y'all did whatever they did to Brutus.
Yeah.
Brutus done stabbed Julius Caesar and murdered the man. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, y'all gave Ice Cube hell when he was trying to save y'all, and that prevents other people from trying to do the same thing. Because
Yeah.
it's like, I know plenty of successful people that say, hey man, I want to go back and help. I want to help people in the hood. I want to get back to my community, but them folks, they ain't gonna ride with me if I come under fire trying to help their asses.
Yep.
So
They're gonna leave me out to dry.
They're gonna leave me out to dry.
And it hurts to think about, bro, because you know it's really not about red or blue. It's really about fighting for what's rightfully ours. Like, our vote shouldn't just go just because. No, we need some actual, like, if you want our vote, we need something on paper to say, you, like, bruh.
Well, see, the thing is, too, there's nothing wrong with asking for that,
Yeah,
too.
right,
See,
right.
you know, we've been beat into submission
Yeah, we
so
have.
bad
Yep.
to where we're scared to ask. Because you're thinking, I went to my job, I asked for a raise, and they told me to go shut the fuck up and sit my ass down, or I could get fired.
Yep.
So you're scared to ask for what you deserve. Stop it. Ask for it and demand it. And leave if they don't got doggone reciprocate it.
And the thing about it is, let's take it a step further. You were at Clark under Trump's regime and that stuff he said he was going to do for the HBCUs.
I got a raise while I was teaching at Clark up under Trump, okay? I got a raise because Trump sent plenty of money down there to Clark.
And what kind of pipeline were they doing? What kind of buildings are they building? They literally were building tech buildings down there and incentivizing companies for having pipelines directly from HBCUs directly to the company, giving them tax breaks if they do it.
But continue. No, don't let me cut you off because I got something to say after you say what you say.
And that's the issue. It's like we can't even be honest enough. Man, okay. All right. So I'm a dude from the city of Atlanta, right?
Right.
When I first started in corporate, I was a field engineer. What does a field engineer mean? That means...
Sounds like something else. Well, damn.
Well, hold on. Let me be technical. I used to work in substations. So, you know, electrical substations, right? Mm-hmm. So typically, if I'm covering Macon, if I got to go to LaGrange, I got to go to Marietta, I got to, you know, change out these relays, do all this preventive maintenance stuff. Okay,
Yeah.
Who's working beside me? It's typically Caucasian men that are like country, like eat possum and shoot deer and and what I learned, bro. Is first of all, I'm the type of dude that I'm gonna meet you with the love, or I'm gonna meet you wherever we at.
With the drama.
So drama means hands, pistols, everything. I do it all legally. Okay. So they knew. So it was a level of respect. Like, okay, we can't really treat him like that because he'll shoot us before we shoot him. I'm just saying that just to let you know that this ain't no forgive and forget. We shall overcome. I ain't. So don't even think. I don't believe in that. Okay.
I'm with you.
But the whole point is, I had to learn how to interface with people that I wouldn't hang with.
Facts.
And that, bro, they wasn't used to being around no young black dude from Atlanta. And I'm in my late 20s. They like, how you a lead engineer telling, wiremen what to do and running this. And Georgia Power calling you and you doing shutdowns and leading all this stuff.
My God.
But it had to be a level of respect.
Yeah.
By the end of it, they like, dang, bro, like, we actually got more in common. In common,
come on,
than differences. You see what I'm saying? So we got to get over dealing with folks that we don't like. Who cares?
Facts.
Who cares? In corporate, we deal with bosses and stuff we don't like all the time. We got to get over that emotional stuff. So I can be honest and upfront about how my emotions worked against me. We got to be honest collectively.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? I was born blue like everybody else.
Yeah.
But now it's time to shake these folks down for what's rightfully ours, bro.
Exactly.
Let's make what we did to Cube.
Yeah.
And everybody else we named and the people we didn't even name. We got to make that stuff right.
Exactly.
Because we got big elections coming up, and we got to make sure we in position to really, for us so-called black people, that as they call us, or African Americans as we are termed, that's not a nationality, but a race. And I got my issues with that, but we're not going down that. But being honest, it's like we got to start somewhere.
Yeah.
And we got to have that unity when we do that. So this is not talking at people. This is talking among, like, we are just representatives of the community, and we're talking with everybody. I had to unlearn a lot of the stuff I was programmed to, and it don't feel good.
Well, see, in the same breath, then you got to also understand that you ain't talking at nobody, but then you still got another segment within our community that don't consider themselves as the same as the rest of the community, and those are your elites, okay? And those are the people that feel like they done been so successful in their life that they ain't got to look back at nobody. You see what I'm saying? They don't owe nobody nothing. And, keep my children away from y'all folks because y'all niggas is full of shit.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Instead of saying, hey, man, first of all, we grew up in these hoods.
Yep.
We know what kind of people in the hood.
Come on, man.
And they ain't bad people.
Come on.
They real people.
Yep.
They educate. They some of the smartest people and brightest people. And then folks want to get mad when you come from the hood and you amount to something because they like, how did he figure that stuff out?
Right.
And I gave my child everything, but then he didn't have nothing, and he got everything. What's going on here?
You are an elitist.
Exactly.
And what happens is,
and they too ashamed to ask you how the hell you did it. But continue.
Well,
they ain't.
Well,
they ain't ashamed. The motherfuckers gonna come and ask you, and they gonna try to take your shit.
Right.
I take that back. Yeah, you right, nigga. Come on.
Look, you did it by yourself without my help, but still, how did you do it for real? Because you got to be exceptional to not have a handout and to figure this shit out at all.
No, I'm still smarter than you. So you just tell me what the hell you told me, and then I'm gonna just do what you did times 10. That's what they really think.
But that's why.
I can't stand.
But that's why I don't answer the phone. No, I don't play that. I ain't, like me, if anybody know, like, bro, I don't play the game pimp. I don't play all that pick my brain and all that. Like, bro, I give enough free game. I literally live this for somebody to come and think they're gonna pimp me. But the issue with the what Troy said, I'm gonna pimp myself. I mean, but no, with these elitist folks, I think a deeper issue is those are the first ones to sell us out to. We got to start calling these folks ass to the carpet too.
Yeah.
The folks, and we know the generation before us who's documenting, who ain't, that done literally sold us out. Anytime something happens, go out there and cool them down so it don't get too real.
Exactly.
We not even allowing that to happen in this next generation. No, it's over. It's over. And that's the issue. Not only do they sell us out, but they'll hoard the money and the resources.
Oh my God.
So a lot of the resources that we're talking about go to these
elitists,
factions, these small groups, and they don't trickle down. You see what I'm saying? I had a mentor from Haiti, and he told me when he left Haiti, he told me the issue was, he knew people that were running the country and stuff that he grew up with, and they were living on the hill and everybody else in poverty. And that's what we seeing, and that's why we talk about Atlanta. If we not careful, it's gonna be the have and the have-nots. We already see. My grandma still lives in the West End. She's 85 years old.
Come on.
Still. You see what I'm saying? And I know what it looks like in front of her, behind her, across the street. I see it.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like, man, I can see it, man. And a part of being a visionary is it makes you crazy because it's like you can see it as clear as day.
Yeah.
But it feels like a lot of times it's going on deaf ears. We talked about the EIDL the last time I was here.
Yeah.
I pleaded with folks. These rates are high. It's low. Trust me. Y'all know the first time home buyers not gonna be able to afford it. What are we seeing?
Yeah.
Investors bought almost 40%, bruh. 40. Anybody that was looking for houses last year.
Yeah.
Anybody that bought it the year before, bought it at the beginning of last year, know the appreciation.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I'm not talking feelings. I'm talking facts. And that's the issue. It's like we got to get out our feelings, bro.
Yeah.
We got to get out our feelings collectively. Stop letting these folks slide that are elitists and that don't mean well for all of us, okay?
Exactly.
I ain't have enough money.
Come
okay?
on.
Well, I can take my family and say the hell with everybody.
Exactly.
I'm going to Ghana or I'm going to Costa Rica.
Come on.
And I ain't got to look back. I ain't got to do this.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? But I just told the Most High, all right, Most High, you give me the opportunity. I do right.
Yeah.
I'm going to do right, okay?
Yeah.
Not saying I'm perfect, but I'm literally going to go and speak the truth, bro.
Well, the bottom line is it's just about sharing the information and the knowledge, and it's about educating everybody and making sure that, okay, you got the information, we're going to go and get you the programs. You got the information and the programs. So if you take advantage of them, then you'll be successful. If you don't want to take advantage of them, then that's on you.
It's on you. So that's one thing I can't commend you about your platform. First of all, building this shit from the ground up.
Yeah.
You remember 200 subscribers, literally, and saying, this is the vision I see. And now you always been a downtown Atlanta. But I gotta commend you and give you flowers, man. Just as a brother.
My God.
It's like an out of body experience to see it and to see like, not only that you are doing it on such a high level, but it's like, you the same person.
Yeah.
Even when, because no. I remember being young and you saying, hey, bro, the real estate. Yeah. He was a study of I remember the Beltline. You were the first person to tell me about the Beltline. So it's so what y'all see, I gotta tell y'all what y'all see and what y'all are experiencing through his channel. Like this, it's like this is really him. Like this is him. You know what I mean? Like, so I got to commit. No.
It was the information. I always felt like if I knew something, I had to share it, even at my own detriment.
Yeah.
In corporate America, you tell me, hey, I want you to take so-and-so job, or you about to take that job. No, buddy, I ain't gonna do it. Hey, man, I ain't coming to take your job. I'm just gonna come in here and look crazy.
How many people would tell somebody, hey, bro, I don't even want your job. They want me to come and cannibalize. You want us to cannibalize each other and fight for it and say, hey, we got the carrot. And listen, for corporate people, this is a part of the ploy. I got the carrot right here. Who's gonna fight for it? Who's gonna fight for it? Who? Listen.
I didn't amount to shit in corporate because I said, you know what, y'all can have that carrot. I ain't fighting for a damn thing. And that was the other thing. If I'm going to use my energy to do anything,
look at it.
It's going to manifest into something that is going to turn into direct compensation for me and my family. I'm not about to gut you for corporate. I will gut you for my family, but don't get it messed up. See, some folks think that I'm in corporate, so I got to gut you in corporate to take care of my family. No, what you need to do is go work harder in these streets
Yep.
and take care of your family and leave corporate alone.
Yep.
And work corporate to get the money to fund
Work
your
it.
damn dream, fool.
Bruh, instead of them pimping you, you gotta
pimp them.
You gotta pimp them. Literally, all I needed from them was to leave me alone. Like, leave me alone inside that. Keep my check coming.
Yeah.
Keep that just money coming that I can count on.
Exactly.
Bro, I don't want no promotion. I don't want nothing else. Just give me that. I'm gonna figure out everything else. So,
Exactly.
you know, I don't know, bro. So I just gotta let you know, man, just for you sharing your
Thank
platform with people like me, just to get my voice out here, and just all the countless other people. And like I said, I know what you did when you know, was a professor and,
Yeah.
you know, doing your other stuff, bro. So
Yeah.
if don't nobody else tell you, we appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
And we know this is the beginning.
Hey,
You know?
man, you know what time it is.
My dog.
Already. Beehive Radio Shawty, Adonis the broker.
We out.
Holla at y'all in a minute, man. We gone.